Good morning, everybody. Hello, world. Welcome to the Paint with P studio. Happy Monday, everybody. It's a lovely day in Manchester. So, hello from Manchester to wherever you are. Blue skies all over the place up here. Absolutely amazing. I'm wanting to fuel or use that summer, springtime energy in today's session. And I have a very special announcement that I'll go through in about 2 or 3 minutes. So if you are watching live, hello, please grab your, if you're watching live, if you're not, please grab a pencil, regarding some paper. He's just behind my canvas. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And potentially a black pen as well. As always, I've got my little selection box of Poscas. So I'm ready to draw, I'm ready to fuel some, what used to be annoying Monday morning blues with some really exciting doodle energy, all right? So yeah, take a couple of minutes. I'll just get you guys up our lovely stuff. Let's just see what that does. So today's t-shirt is by Mind Manchester, amazing mental health charity in Manchester. I've done a couple of gigs with these guys. Shouts to Seymour and Overdrawn, and I think Art Battle Manchester, there was a collab. Here's the t-shirt, rep Mind Manchester, but I'd also like to shout out a very, very special charity in a minute, just to see, hold on a sec, I just want to see what you guys are saying online and where everyone's at, just to get ready for a doodle day. So give me a sec, I'm just going to play around with my Mac as usual, but there's a reason why I have a massive canvas of a certain somebody behind me. It sort of echoes the portrait gallery from last Thursday, or the portrait day from last Thursday. So let's just get you guys up and involved. I don't know what's happening here. This is a new. I have a feeling that Facebook has changed their things. Let's get some tunes on anyway while we're waiting. So I basically just want to talk to you about why I'm sitting in front of this massive canvas. Okay. Oh wow, come on. Talk among yourselves for a minute. 2 seconds, everybody. Cool. Okay, so we've got some tunes on. My Macintosh is playing City Buggers, so please 2 seconds, a bit more. Just gives you all time to get ready. I know. Okay, cool. 2 seconds. Okay, sorry, I was just checking the video was we're fully recording, fully live. Okay, so I want to talk about the canvas behind me. So, as you've seen from me getting up, we have a big King Keith, or Keith Haring canvas that I called King Keith. He was painted for Big Heart, which was a gig about 2 years ago, I think just over 2 years ago, in Stage and Radio. And it was for a very specific charity. I want everybody, I'm going to pause that music, there we are. I need everybody to, after the show, or if you've got a separate tablet or something, if you can watch this live and do something else as well, please follow TheRockInR, okay? TheRockInR, TheRockInR. It is a gaming charity. It's a very important gaming charity for me as well. So for Big Heart, we put on a gig that brought in some artists and some DJs and some MCs all together in Stage and Radio in town for Mr. Reese Marie and his amazing charity, TheRockInR. Sadly, we lost Reese to DIPG as a version of brain cancer. I'm going to try and say it, diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. So RIP Reese. This piece was created alongside a couple of other pieces by me and my friend Mull as a way to raise awareness for the charity and get some money to a much needed charity that is specifically, its specific goal is to make kids' lives in hospital as good as they can be. It's one of the most important things close to my heart. It's very emotional, as you can probably tell. But yeah, I just want to make sure that people are celebrating the charity. I'm wearing Mind, but I want to celebrate TheRockInR. So please follow TheRockInR as it sounds. Reese was a big gamer. Basically what this charity does is make kids' lives better at the end of their life, or who are having a really, really hard time in hospital, and they give them gaming consoles and distraction and other simple distraction techniques just to make their days a little bit brighter, and something gives them hope, and obviously a community with all the other gamers as well. This canvas is on sale for £400. That £400 goes directly to TheRockInR. I painted it 2 years ago for the Big Heart charity. Sadly it didn't sell, but we're coming up to the 2-year anniversary of Reese passing, so I think it's high time that I bring this canvas back out and we talk positively about art, and we use art as a way of drawing awareness to this charity, and also again putting some much needed money into the charity to look after kids in hospital. I think it's an amazing charity. Please follow it. I've been talking for a minute, but I'll mention it in brew time again. So, just so you can see King Keith, big, huge canvas, again hand painted, took me about a week and a bit, but this is £400, and the money goes directly to the TheRockInR charity, right? So, I'll show you that again at brew time. I'm just going to put Keith down here, and obviously you can have a piece of obsolete artwork in your room, in your flat, in your building, wherever you are, in your shed. And that money goes directly to the charity again. I can't stress this enough. Please follow TheRockInR. I might make a sign for it tomorrow, just so everyone knows how to spell it and everything as well. Okay, so we're going to start our doodle day. Let's just get Ko-fi off. So if you want to support me, that's how you do it. You can buy me a coffee. Ko-fi.com/paintwithpete. And we're going to get doodling, alright? So, as always, first things first is a bit of a doodle warm-up. All I'm going to do is grab a pen, and we're going to just draw some rough lines, and all we're going to do is fill a sheet, just check he's on there, with some really, really simple lines. There is a game that I'm playing that I'm not going to tell you yet, but we're just going to get some lines out, just make it nice and full, like all the other doodle sheets, like the eye and the heart and the skulls. We're just going to fill one sheet with lines. You'll see where that goes on the next sheet as well. I'm using this as a kind of, again, like a bank. So I know that I'm going to bring this into tomorrow's session as well. So again, we're creating a little bit of work that we can use on multiple occasions or multiple sessions. So I'm just going to grab my black pen. We can put the music back on. I need to get me a TheRockInR t-shirt, don't I, so I can rep properly. I know that. I'll be speaking to Jess later. It's all good. Okay, so I've got my medium blacks just in case they run out. There you go. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, so on our rough sheet, all we're going to do is do some different types of lines and just, yep, there we are. Okay, so nice and jagged line. Again, I want to throw those two contrasting kind of techniques, so jagged and then smooth. So smooth. We'll do another jagged. Okay, let's do a nice big heart. You'll see where that goes in a sec. Maybe we should just do the lines of that. Okay, we'll just do the lines of the heart. So we've got a nice little sort of random mix of lumpy lines and jagged lines. You'll see where these go in a minute, alright? So let's take another bit of the heart out. There we are, maybe one here, just for balance. Okay, and then maybe a looser line. Okay, so a looser lump line. So this is a lump, we'll go for a looser one. We'll do up here as well. Okay, maybe one here. Nice and loose, nice and soft. Soft and round just to keep our hand nice and fluid. One more here, I think. Nice and slow lumps. Okay, maybe another lumpy one. There we are, little spike. Okay, and then we'll do some long lines as well. Just, hello, pen just exploded. And then we'll do some long lines as well. Okay, so just doing long kind of big ones, all right? So think of the letter 1. If it's easy to imagine a different shape or a different number that you're actually drawing, absolutely fine. Really good technique. It's just imagination. So we'll do another one here. Backwards one. Backwards one. Do a forwards one. Maybe one flat, like down here. I think we need something here. So let's try some. Let's do some. Do some circles as well. Nice and simple. Just circles. That heart looks a bit weird because it's full now. That's all right. Let's do another slow line and then big circles. And then we're also going to draw these. All right, so we're kind of doing fat exclamation marks without the bottom on. So I'm just going up and down, and then one here, up and down. Any way you like. Just fill that page up. Okay, you'll see where we're going in a minute. Some of you might have guessed what today's session is, simply from a couple of the hints in the line. It's a very, very simple one today. We're not, again, like every Paint with Pete, we're not going too crazy, we're not going too detailed. We're just getting that energy out and just using our pens and our minds and our hands and our hearts. There we go, metaphors. Okay, let's do another one here. Big circle, maybe a big circle here. Another one here. Okay, we're just practicing those shapes. There we are. Fit them in a little bit more. Let's think of another one. Okay. Okay. So like the one, but with a little kicker at the bottom, and we're linking it back up. Again, you'll see where that comes in a second. Oh, that was wrong. It can stay there, that's wrong line. Got that, and then like that. There we go. Okay. Again, nothing's ever really wrong because this is a doodle sheet. Nice little full pattern. Some interesting things happening here. I really like this negative. And again, it's not always about the positive use of space. It's the negative use of space, or the use of negative space as well. So again, you know, a couple of different lines just for practice. As ever, it's our doodle session today. So this is just our hand warm-up. We didn't do our stretches. I'll do that after this actually, because we're going to start using our hands a lot more. So we did a lumpy line, a jagged line, like long jags, like this. Yeah, lumpy, we did a slow lump here. Loads of big number ones. You'll see where that comes in. It's a little kind of cheat technique. Some circles, some kind of bottomless exclamation marks. Again, you'll see that come, why we're doing that in a minute. And there we are. So that's a nice little sheet anyway, so we can use that. I did get out on Friday. I got out all the backgrounds that I'm wanting to use tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a bit of a speed day. I might get all the old pieces up from our doodle sessions that I'm wanting to paint and go through it. However, what's more important now, stay there, is our hand exercises. So let's get a bit warm. I want to feel some warmth in my arms and my hands. So let's do some Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a South China martial art developed in feudal China. So, just for the record, so put your hands flat, like you're asking or begging. Flat, push them out, go up, turn them in, and then push. Then flat, go loose, then flat, up, round, push. One more, push, round, push. Okay, and then stretching. So stretch all the way up, big high fives, squeeze, squeeze. One more, there we go. And you'll instantly feel the heat just flow through your forearms into your fingers as well. Okay, there's our doodle sheet done. Going to swap him over for our new sheet. There we go. I am going to use my pencil in a minute in the next one, on the next sheet. But until then, I'm just going to be using my black pen no rubbing out, nothing. Again, as ever, every pen I'm using is pretending to be a pencil. So if you are on a bit of a budget, if you don't have crazy amounts of art materials, if you've got one of these and one of these, just a black pen, don't have to be this one, amazing work. You can grab an envelope, excuse me, just got some coffee. You can do, excuse me, you can draw on anything, you know, newspapers, cardboard boxes, you know, cereal boxes, anything. If you've got some paper, amazing. If you're gonna have, if you've got a sketchbook, also amazing. I know I've been dangling the art packs for a couple of weeks, or a couple of weeks ago. They are still in, you know, process. I'm still working out how to get them exactly right and just get them branded up and all that sort of, and obviously a cost that everybody can afford as well. So please bear with me if you're looking for the art packs. However, okay, we're going to do line over line now. So again, use that confidence, approach the canvas. Every time your pen hits that canvas, you're pretending it's an empty canvas. So we're going to do a full page of overlapping lines. I'm going to start bringing it back out into just the simple stuff. But for now, we're going to use these lines. And we're going to draw some leaves. It feels incredibly spring-like in the park, outside, in the sunshine. So I think it's only right if we draw some leaves. These are very, very, very easy leaves, nondescript. They are kind of based on holly. You'll see the lines as I say it. Holly, excuse me, an oak leaf. We've got a daisy and a kind of reed as well, all right? Or a grass, all right? So a long grass. So we're going to fill our whole sheet up with just doodles of different flowers and leaves, petals, etc. So we've got petals, centre of the flower. All these are different practice lines. You'll see them come in. So the first one we did was a spike line. So I'm going to do a couple of spiky leaves. That hopefully won't drip everywhere. That's going to drip. It's annoying, but oh well. Okay, another spike. Oh, that's wrong. My bad. So you can see I made a mistake because I tried to shortcut. It's easiest coming from the bottom of the leaf every single time. Let's do one more. Let's do a big one. Then from the bottom of the leaf. Okay, so kind of palm tree leaf-esque things. And then we did some, what was the next line? Lumpy line. So let's do a lumpy leaf. Big one. Where are we going up here? You can do these however you want. I'm choosing to do kind of versions of leaves that I know. So kind of an sort of oak leaf, but more of a kind of just a lumpy leaf really, nondescript. In fact, we can do a better oak leaf with a lazy line, so a slightly slower line. Will look a bit more like an oak leaf. Again, we're just going over and over and over. Let's do another oak leaf. Please find some leaves. It's why I had leaves up here for the first 2 weeks. It took us like 6-7 weeks to come around to it. That's all right. Let's do another one. Okay, so the next line after the lumpy, I think we need another lump, don't we? No, all right. Okay, so the next line after that was the, I think it was the long line, right? Okay, so we'll do some reeds. So again, some grass. That's where the one comes in. There's the one. All I do, okay, that should be thinner, really. So let's do a thinner one. Okay, and maybe one here as well. Super simple, very, very simple geometric shapes, just turn into a little bit more natural stuff like nature and leaves. So we've got circles as well. And then we put our petals in. So let's put some big petals on some flowers here. There we go. Again, being a bit more loose, like not really being definite, we're just kind of freestyling at the moment. Much like the Jack Dawn McGraw session from a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to take this into a bit more of a kind of neater finished piece. So my finished piece will be a full page of leaves, and we're going to add some colour to it tomorrow. Okay. So what other leaves have we got? There's loads. The heart leaf, yeah. Okay, so very simple. Heart leaf. Maybe one more here. Let's do his tail. There we go. Okay, standard leaves as well. So we can just go leaf, like that. Another one here. Keep going. Keep adding these nice natural shaped leaves, kind of like the eyes that we draw as well. Okay, and again, I want to see this full, so every area, every negative area here, 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 and here, and here needs filling, so we can now freestyle that. So let's freestyle. Okay. Where else can we go? Let's do Daisy here. I'll say my hellos in a minute, alright guys? Hello. There we go, lovely. Okay, what else we got? Let's do another spike here. So again, this kind of nice break. You've got this kind of middle bit populated. There's a negative there. Let's do something there. Okay, another guy here. Maybe another reed. I haven't drawn plants in absolutely ages. I really enjoy it, even if they're not very accurate and stuff. So again, this is just all trial and error. Let's fill this whole thing with plants. Where else can we go? That's full. A bit there. There's one here. Yep. Do a little one. Okay, and then I'm going to reduce the excuse me. I'm going to reduce the size of some of them so we can just fill in those tiny little gaps. I think just sticking with the daisies I really like. So just kind of just a little bit smaller. And just fill them up like it's blossom. Okay. There we go. Another little one here. Let's get some water. Okay, great. Next little space. Here's one. There. Okay, so we are kind of creating a leaf camo. This is just kind of freestyle. The way I want to do my final piece, as I'm going to pencil the leaves in, and we should have like a nice bit. I might even do a couple. I might break it down to 4 leaves and do a single piece of just 4 leaves, maybe in colour as well. But then I do want to do like a big A2 full pattern piece with leaves. Let's see what happens. Okay, so again, nice populated areas. Little one here. As you can see, as every time, I like this kind of border behind everything, and it all kind of links into the middle. Lovely. Okay, little one maybe here. Let's have another one here, just for fun. Why not? Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so it's looking pretty populated. There's a little space here for one other one. Okay, just sitting back and checking if there's any spaces that I need to fill. The little one here. Okay, and then also just going to do little leaves in all of the spaces. So the leaves are flying off because there's loads of flowers there. There you go, that's 4, that's 4. So again, just to fill in, I'm just looking for those negative spaces and filling it with tiny little leaves, just so we've got a bit more of a body of work in the piece. So like with the camo in the obsolete, the leaves can be the little plus signs and the dots just to fill that space in, but again it's natural, we're using similar shapes that we've done. Okay. I'm going to just draw another reed here. Okay, I think that's that doodle page done. Oh wow, that's taken us a little bit of time, that's okay. We're about 2-3 minutes away from brew time. So, you know, all we've done is practice some lines. I've broken the leaf line down into 4 or 5 different simple lines. So we've got a kind of nettle leaf, spiky leaf. So that can be, I mean, holly is a bit out of season, so we'll go for nettles. So nettle leaf line. We've got a kind of more oak tree kind of older type of leaf in the lump line and the slow lump. We've got some petal design with the kind of exclamation marks. Heart lines for a nice round heart leaf like ivy, for example. We've got some single like big wands that are that we turned into reeds or a grass. Like this. And obviously we've got these little kind of thorns on the stem, leaves coming off the stem as well. And also our kind of sunflower / daisy idea. We can do a sunflower as well. We'll do a sunflower in the main piece. But yeah, so these are petals and the centre of flowers. Again, we're not really being Alan Titchmarsh about everything. We are doing the kind of street art version of flowers and plants. So they are a lot quicker. I might add some details in actually for the final piece. I've just kind of seen it. That's what my head looks like, everybody. Shh, don't tell anyone. Get in. Okay, cool. So yeah, we are doing the street art version of these flowers. If you do want to take a bit of longer time, if you want to take a bit more time over your plants and flowers and leaves, please go and grab a leaf, go for a little walk, find a park, nick a leaf off someone's hedge, and come home and just draw it. Obviously, if you spend an hour, 2 hours a day drawing that leaf, you will get so much more detail than I can even try and get in the sessions. But it's all about practice and again, dedicating yourself to it and having the confidence to just dive into a project. All right, there we are. Okay. It is past. Cheers, everyone. So if you are needing a coffee or some water, needing both this morning, cheers, everyone. Please go and grab them now. We'll take 5 minutes. I'm going to probably set my sheets up as well. I'll go through the Keith Haring piece and the reason why I'm doing a doodle day today, repping Mind and TheRockInR. I'll show you that in a sec. But yeah, thank you for supporting. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea or some water if you need. Okay, I mean, this is the other way of supporting Pete. If you want to buy me a pen, it says coffee, don't worry about it. If you want to buy me a pen for the Paint with Pete sessions, please go on ko-fi.com/paintwithpete. You can donate, just give me £3. and that'll go towards sketchbooks and pens, mainly pens because I love pens. I go through these quite a lot. So if you want to support me, all the money goes directly into Obsolete, specifically into the Paint with Pete's from the Ko-fi account. But also, it's not just about supporting me and supporting local artists. It's also recognising the hardships in life and obviously the beauty in human beings. I did start the show by explaining why this canvas was in the show. I'm going to leave him behind here again, just so you can see him. Excuse me, Kofi. So this piece is a dedication to Keith Haring. He is master doodler in my world. So it just so happens that it's Monday. It is Doodle Day, Doodle Session in the Paint with Pete's. And I have a picture of Keith Haring, the Doodle God, my Doodle God, in the studio. There was a reason. It's all about supporting each other. And I just want to shout out Jess and the whole family who helped me put on, well, they put on an event. They asked me to curate and paint there. I painted this piece for it. This piece is specifically painted for TheRockInR gaming charity. Please follow TheRockInR, TheRockInR, as it sounds, TheRockInR. It's a gaming charity set up in loving memory of Reese Marie, who sadly died 2 years ago, almost to the day, of brain cancer. So TheRockInR are a charity. I'm trying to stay positive about it. TheRockInR are a charity that specifically help kids who are having a horrible, horrible time in hospital and who just need a distraction through the quite amazing and creative world of gaming. So obviously you've got things like the social side of things, let alone enjoyment, distraction, and also feeling proud of you know, completing goals and stuff as well. Their charity, TheRockInR, is an amazing, amazing charity. This canvas is £400. Every single penny of that will go directly into the charity TheRockInR for Reese Marie, R.I.P. He was a big gamer, and you know, I've worked with a family. I absolutely love everybody in that family. Absolutely amazing. So if you do want to support me and the charity, and obviously Reese and the memory of Reese, and this amazing, amazing gaming charity that helps kids in hospitals, please, please, please give me a shout. King Keith is on my website. That is houseobsolete.bigcartel.com. 400 quid. Might seem quite a small amount of money, but will go unbelievable distances for kids in hospital, okay? Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Jess. And thank you, Reese. But more importantly, thank you to TheRockInR for doing some amazing, amazing work. Okay, let's put him back up. We're going to get drawing. Let's get a new big sheet, why not? Let's just say hello to some people as well. Why not? Hello. Hello, hello. Oh, is it St. David's Day, the first day of spring apparently. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, everybody watching. Let's get a new sheet up ready for our plants. I'm going to do it on A2. I love the size challenge as well as the space you're allowed and all that sort of stuff that you can allocate for artwork on these big pieces. It's also a bit of test of confidence and line quality and all that sort of stuff as well. So if you feel like you're a bit of a boss of the A4, try A3, maybe step up to A2 or A1. Do exactly what you were doing on A4, but try it at a slightly bigger scale, and you will see you will have more room to move physically because your drawings will have to be bigger, your arm movements will be longer and all that. It's just also really, really fun just to test yourself on size, on what you're actually doing. I might do, yeah, okay. Okay, so I've got a big sheet here and a little sheet here. I'm wanting to do two things, so I'm just going to put him in the middle of that sheet so we can work simultaneously. I want to do 4 leaves here in the middle of this one. Just in the middle, so it's like a nice simple leaf piece. I might just use colour in there. I know I'm breaking the rules of Doodle Day. Tomorrow is colour day, but I might just draw 4 leaves and colour them in, see what that looks like. On this one, I just want to do a big canvas, much like the previous one, but just so each one is sitting in front or behind of another plant or leaf or flower. So we should have a nice little mix of leaves here, and we'll just see what happens. Let's just see what happens when we put them over the top of each other. I am going to start it in pencil. Cool. So I'm going to be sketching for a minute. Hopefully you can see it. I'll obviously show you before we go ahead with everything. So I want some grass here. So you can see that I'm just drawing the big one shapes at the moment. And we're trying to get some like grass effect, some leaf things going on. So it's going to be like this. So let's have we need a sunflower as well. So sunflower. So even if you don't have a garden, excuse me, I'm just drawing a little version of a garden. Again, it doesn't have to be super accurate. We're kind of penciling everything in first, so we can just see how everything looks before we pen it in. Absolutely fine. So we need some more leaves, don't we? I might even draw our favourite parrot in here as well. Shouts to Selfish Lover. Okay, so we've got some leaves coming out here. Yep, maybe something a bit more interesting coming out there. Okay, and then I want some like ivy and some oak leaves as well. So let's do some, I'm going to do a big monstera leaf as well. We didn't do that actually, did we? Oh, whoops. So just sketching in our rough spaces for our big monstera leaf. That's cool. Okay, and then so we need some, let's do some other leaves. What else should we do? I'm going to do some more grass here. There we go. Again, all I'm doing is kind of freestyling where the leaves are going, just to create a kind of you know, plant-based piece in the end. So let's do some oak leaves, loads of them. Right. Okay. Again, these can be pretend plants if you want. If you're not amazing at drawing plants, absolutely fine. You can freestyle all you like. Make up different names for the plant, for the leaves and stuff if you wanted. Absolutely fine. Okay, let's do. Okay. Okay, so I'm only really using the bottom half of my sheet. That's absolutely fine. I kind of want it to be a bit more softer, so it's not as impact, so it's not as full and kind of immediate. I want to think about these a little bit. So I'm just going to go round all the edges. I'll show you. You probably can't see it. Grasses either side. Big monstera leaf. Some of the kind of oaky leaves. Some big luscious green leaves, a little flower, and a sunflower as well. Very simple, nothing too crazy. Let's ink that in. So I'm going to be using my 5K, my 5M and 3M Poscas. So that's this guy and this guy. So I'm just using my fat, my kind of medium, my medium thin. We'll go big first, just to highlight all the main areas, and then we're going to go in just a bit of detail with these, so a little bit of flare, a little bit of kind of stalk and petal detail. That's the word I'm looking for. I want something a bit better than that. Okay, so how are we doing this? I'm going to have the sunflower behind the wreaths, so we're going to do the grass first, so this one needs to be first. But again, the reeds are behind everything else as well. Another one here. Making the lines a little bit wobbly, just freestyling because it's nature. It's very, very rare that there's like, you know, really, really, really straight lines. That's some reeds. So then this leaf comes in. And we've got these smaller leaves hiding behind some of the bigger ones. And then this one's going to be folded over. So it's going to be okay. That'll do. Might look a bit rough. That's fine. Let's do a. We'll do like a. What should we do? Okay, so we can do our sunflower now as well. So, sunflowers are big circles in the middle. You're probably not going to find these plants growing together, let's be honest, but it doesn't matter. It's our imagination. Can't do anything. Okay, so loads and loads of petals, loads of thin petals. Again, practicing those exclamation marks. Just kind of making sure we've got the balance right. Using the same technique for Jonah Hill's beard as the centre of our sunflower. That's alright, I just thought of that. Okay, so. Okay, so we've got some spiky leaves. Big monstera in a minute. Okay, so we do big monstera again. I don't think we went through that in the session. Apologies. a rough monstera leaf, these huge big like rubber plants, absolutely amazing. That's detail, fill them in a sec. Okay, so we'll do the low. Lumpy lump. Okay. Lumpy lumpies, nothing too serious. We've got some more reeds as well, and they're going to be behind these guys though. So we've got some more reeds, or the grasses. So he's facing that way, going the other way. A few more reeds, maybe some more flowers and stuff in here as well. Actually, let's get some little daisies going. Okay, so again, just a couple more daisies, and we should be nearly sort of there. Let's put some more. Yeah. So again, just filling those daisies in, any space that we can, leaving a bit of space for the stems, but not much. You don't have to leave too much. Okay, nearly there. Let's do one more reed. Maybe another one here as well. Okay, simple composition. Shaking my pens, just checking on the back. So simple composition of plants, nothing too serious. I've just given myself a kind of half border. We've got a big sunflower who needs a little line in him. So then, I know I've got a bit of black on there, it's alright, we'll paint it tomorrow. I'm going to use my slightly thinner Posca and just put in some details of leaves. I might even get the super fine Posca out and do a little bit of detailing, but who knows. We will see. Okay, so just adding a bit of detail, a couple of extra lines in there, just to make sure that I know the leaves and everyone else as well, obviously. Okay, so the monstera. Again, these kind of is rubbery, so there's a bit of reflection in there. Okay. And again, just put in the kind of middle stems into the oak leaves. And again, I think these need a little bit of leaf detail in them. And here as well. We didn't draw our parrot, so I'm going to draw my parrot. He's going to be sitting just behind the leaves here. Very easy parrots. There's his mouth. Make him a happy parrot, why not? There we go. I'm going to give him a little parrot mohawk. There we go. Okay, maybe turn this guy into a fly. These guys can be flies, there we go. Okay, a few more lines just to make sure these are full. Okay, a couple of dots in the daisies. Dot, 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 dot. I think, let's do, how long have we got? Yeah, we've got time. So, do them as well. There we go. Okay. Again, I'm just being super picky, just having a look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. Sorry, my excuse me, what? My painting mat was playing around. Okay, so I'm going to leave him there. I'm happy with that. I'll show you up close. So all we did was when we went from these lines, so if you could have, you know, if the more observant of you would have probably guessed what we were doing today simply from the lines, but you can see the evolution of this line into this line. So we went a bit crazy and just kind of did lines with some space. And then we went a bit less crazy. Well, some say more crazy, who knows. With our little composition here. I'm just going to do one simple one. Using 4 leaves. Excuse me. Always burping. So let's do. I'm going to just draw a square. And so we're going to just draw a big monstera. We'll do bigger than that. Let's go bigger than that. We'll do a spiky leaf, a rounded leaf, and a daisy. So big daisy. Big spiky leaf. And one rounded leaf, so he'll come up here. So, wow. Nice and simple, 4-plank composition coming right up. Just going to use my thick black. Just get them in. Okay, so Monstera. The start of him anyway. Finish this Monstera off. Big daisy. And then a big oak leaf. Alright, there we go. Okay, nearly finished. Just adding a few simple symbols just to give him a bit of something else. There we go. And there we have it. 2 minutes to go. So again, I just wanted to kind of go through a kind of detailed version. I'll put it on there. As well as a kind of minimal version. Sorry, I finished my sentence. So we went from our kind of doodle lines into a bit more kind of fixed objects or subjects, which were leaves. I then drew it massive on a big bit of paper. So I wanted to fill it like halfway, fill my page halfway with a plant life, Regarde. And then I just kind of broke it down into 4 of my favourites. And we've got a kind of nice little piece thing going on here. It just has 4 leaves in it. So Monstera, Nettle, Oak and Daisy. Alright, they're my basic shapes that I use for my floral patterns. Obviously there's infinite, millions and millions of different types of plants. You can see them on the internet, but you can also walk outside and go and have a look at some. Draw some English plants. Very, very different from the more exotic kind of plants as well. But have a look and get those details nailed. It will really help you as an artist, especially with this kind of observation drawing. I'm going to move that guy into tomorrow's session. I might also move this guy as well because because they're bold and we've drawn a fairly fixed line, we can colour them in pretty easily. I might also do some non-black line tomorrow, right? So we're just specifically using colour. In fact, I'm going to do the colour version of what we did today. Tomorrow, I want to show you what it looks like in colour. One more time for this piece, just so everybody is fully aware of why he's here. So one more time, T-shirt today is the amazing charity of Manchester Mind. Please support those guys. Worked with them a few times. But the piece behind me was specifically created, painted, designed, finished for a charity called Big Heart. For a charity night called Big Heart that was 2 years ago. Shouts to everybody who supported. Shouts to No Space, Children of Zeus. Connie Con came down and DJ for us. We had an illustration showdown and a little rap cipher as well. It was amazing. We raised some money for TheRockInR. This guy didn't sell, but all the money that it's £400, so all the money that you buy or you spend on this piece will go directly to TheRockInR. Please, please, please take 5 minutes just to research it. I know I'm going over time here, but it's worth it, right? Shouts to the Marie family, love to Jess and the family and everybody supporting charities. Please, please, please research TheRockInR. That's TheRockInR. They support kids in hospital who are going through, some of the worst, illnesses and problems that you can have. And they're there to offer a distraction, a social life, and an interactivity through the idea of gaming. So that any money that I take from this canvas will go directly to TheRockInR. Please follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Give them a shout out. I love you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting local charities. And please, please, please research TheRockInR. They are amazing. R.I.P. Reese Marie. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching today. Hope you got some doodle energy out. And again, tomorrow is colour day. You choose the colours. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Stay safe, stay creative, peace and love. Ciao.